Well, it's looking a little bit like a winter wonderland here in Michigan. We're getting just a little bit of snow, and I expect it to be a lot worse tonight. But I wanted to come out on the Falkens and kind of see how they do. I mean, I expect some pretty darn good stuff out of them. So good performance is totally expected. But I wanted to show kind of where we're at. I'm purposely running right now in the lesser traction area. I'll just kick down a little bit and get going a little bit. I mean, I'm not like I'm standing on it, but we're kind of running on the slipperier portions to try and show, because we don't have a lot of accumulation on the road yet. Maybe tonight we'll get nasty, we'll go out and give it a test. The problem is that our plow trucks do tend to be on top of it. And the other thing is too, what we usually have around here is a lot of glazing of ice because of the wind blowing over top, because we have so much farm field that runs, you know, across. So we don't have so much snow accumulation. What we have is extremely slippery road surface. There's nobody behind me right now. I'll get on the binders here. Oh yeah, she's doing a pretty good job. I mean, we definitely had to we touched ABS mode right there, which is fine. It's definitely slippery enough where it's ABSing at a much lower drag factor than normal, but we're accelerating here on that surface. Looks like we are spinning the traction control just a tad, but it is amazing how good snow tires, or good tires in the snow, I should say, because we can't call a 3-peak rated tire a snow tire, I don't think, because it doesn't really, it's not. But what it is a very good performing tire, and what it does is it gives you a huge amount of confidence when you're driving it, as opposed to feeling out of control, and you know, you can really just focus on driving. They have great braking performance, good turning. We're turning right now onto a road, and it's going to be some rumble bumps. Maybe you can see the little rumble bumps on the ground here. We can definitely feel them, but they are like cheating. The other thing is when you have good tires, and maybe what we'll do really quick is we'll shut off the yield traction control here. As we shut off the yield traction control, usually when you have a good tire, a tire that has good grip, generally you have a lot less fishtailing action going on, because generally you're propelled more straight down the road. And that's just something that I found. The more traction you have, the less likely you have an unsettled rear end. So we'll give it a little bit. And I'm not having to work very hard keeping this thing straight with traction control off. So, definitely, my opinion has not changed. I absolutely, highly, beyond the word highly, recommend the Falken A T4w. They are as close to cheating as you can get without having studded tires, in my opinion. I don't think any other production tire. I do know Cooper makes a tire that is, Cooper has an AT, Toyo has an AT, BFG, Grandpa's BFGs, which I really like, the KO2s. They have a lot more, first of all, they have a really pretty pattern. Second of all, they have a lot more gap in the lugs and a lot more lug depth for the same diameter tire. The AT3s are a lot less aggressive, or excuse me, the KO3. See, all these crazy names that everybody's got for tires there's a lot of names, and so I got it mixed up there. The KO3 is just not as aggressive as the KO2 was, and that's not really my thing. So right here, we don't really have much for, so we'll just talk a little bit right here. The snow's all been blown off. Much like I've said before, excellent braking traction, excellent lateral traction, good tractive performance in a straight line. We're in 2-wheel drive. I'm not filming this in 4-wheel drive. We will be making a video, so stay tuned on the difference between 4-wheel drive, the technical differences between 4-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, because that is a topic that gets brought up a ludicrous amount. And there's still some confusion or arguments now. I realize a lot of people already know the difference, and that's fine. But no one was born knowing everything, and everyone has to learn something somewhere. And sometimes I think a lot of people go to get the information that they weren't taught when they were younger, or perhaps through experience from YouTube. And that's exactly one of the reasons why I make YouTube videos, is I learned a lot from subjects that I didn't know, and I still learn. Where my daughter wants to get into horse riding, and I've never owned a horse, and I've already watched a lot of YouTube videos from competent horse owners and learned a lot about what it takes to own a horse, and the subtle cues that a rider is giving a horse while you're riding. A lot of things that you just wouldn't know without really riding before. And YouTube, I just think, is just a wonderful source of learning. We live at a time where we can learn anything we want to from a multitude of different sources, and most of them for free. And I just think that is such a very special thing to have. This truck, if you haven't watched my videos before, is an F350. It's a four-wheel drive, four-door short bed Ford F350 with a 7.3 liter gas, and it has 373 gears, and the stock tire size is 275 65 R20 LT, of course, and I put on 285 65 R20, so they are just 10 millimeters wider than the stocks and just a smidgen taller than the stock tires. It made very, very little overall difference. But nonetheless, we have a very well-performing, well-rounded tire. The 285 is an extremely predictable tire with the vehicle drives nearly like it was stock. Generally you're going to be right around that 33 mark on common tire sizes with common size tires, I guess, if that makes sense. Your 16s generally a 285 75 R16, your 17s generally 285 70 R17, and your 20s, like I have 285 65 R20s, are going to give you right around that 33 mark, and they are they fit usually right on whatever vehicle you're considering. If your vehicle came with 16s, you can run 285 75 16s generally without major modification, perhaps a leveling kit. And we'll talk about the difference in lifting. People here probably didn't come here for this talk, but if you watch my YouTube channel, I'm a long-winded person. I like to explain myself. If your truck came with 20s and generally a 275 65 R20 will fit on your 3/4 ton truck or bigger, and if you have a half ton and it came with 275 55 R20s, 285, I think they make a 285 60 R20, and that's going to be getting to be a similar size. So we're going to see, usually this road here, when I go toward the east, we're going to get a little bit more snow, and we'll see if that's true. Not that there's a difference in snowfall, but it's a difference in, so we're just kind of drifting the corner right now because it decided to drift on its own. There's probably some ice underneath the snow, which is fine. They are very predictable tires, very easy to drive. I just can't even say enough about these things, and we are in two-wheel drive in a couple inches of snow. I mean, this is nothing. We could be in 12 inches of snow right now, and the result would be basically the same for me. For the truck itself, it'll be able to drive itself right through 12 inches of snow. As soon as we get 12 inches of snow, we'll give that a try. But Michigan has been, in its own way, deciding whether or not it wants to fully load winter. We're at the buffering point here. We're 95% buffering. So, great tires, those Falkens. I bought a second set. It's tough making videos sometimes because there's about 78% of viewers are new viewers, which is great because it means the channel's growing. It also means that some of you have never heard me make a video before and you don't have any prior knowledge. So a lot of times I have to reiterate, it seems like, to make sure that everyone is well informed of what's going on. I got this set of tires first. I got a set of 275 55 R20 LTs for my expedition, sorry. After this set, because I was so impressed with these, I needed new tires on the expedition and it was time to get some. So I did end up getting a set of load range D for that. Oh, little deer. Mommy and a baby. Or two babies. Oh, there's another one right here. Oh my goodness. There's deer everywhere. That's one thing that the thumb is good for. A lot of ag, some woods, and lots of deer. So, we are going to turn here because we're going to my buddy's house. I'm going to pick up a set of oxyacetylene torches. Oh my goodness, there's another deer right there. You see him? He's right there. Cute little deers. There he is. When you're not hunting them, they're very, very cute. I like watching them. I like watching them when they're hunting them because I'm not hunting all the deer. Look how cute he is. I don't want to scare him. They're like, I'm ready to go get some food, and then I want to curl up and bed down for a while, and then I'm going to have to go eat when it gets cold tonight. Oh, she's still staring at me. Oh, there's a baby there, too. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we will try and get into more snow as we can get more snow with the weather, but I can only shoot what video I can in the weather that we've been given. So this is our first real good coating that I've had the time to make a video on, and I wanted to get out there and do it. So we're going up a hill right now, okay? I don't know what's underneath here. We're going to leave it in two-wheel drive. The diff is not locked. Oh, yeah. Just drives right up there. There's spinning one. And I'll get it hooked back up, and then we'll keep on going. Excellent tire. These things are like cheating. When you're in four-wheel drive, you would have to make a conscious decision to go try and bury your truck to get yourself in trouble with these tires. That may be a bold statement, but I'm going to stand by it. You would have to consciously decide, I'm going to go find out how much crap I can drive through with these tires, or how much snow. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the quick, impromptu, deep snow driving video. Everybody take care and drive safe in these conditions, and make sure that you bring along a blanket and a warm coat, because I do not want anybody freezing to death. I like my viewers. I care about all of you, and you all have a great day.